spirits. I'm working with my lyrics.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to another Brunette Bimbo podcast. This is episode 13, and I'm your host, Victoria Stone. I may have touched on today's discussion a little bit in the past, but I'm going to make an entire episode out of it today. Today, we're going to be talking about the importance of self-respect. Okay? And we're going to go over what self-respect is, how you can demonstrate it to yourself, why you should practice self-respect, how self-respect is a weapon. How self-respect is a weapon for recovering people pleasers, and nobody respects a doormat. We're going to talk about all those things today in episode 13 of the Brunette Bimbo podcast. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, sit down with a snack, a drink, and let's get started. Self-respect can carry you through the darkest and loneliest times of your life. It gives you a quiet and unseen power. It is both a skill and a weapon. Self-respect is something you obtain by demanding it through demonstration. Demonstration of how you treat yourself, and demonstration through how you do or don't show up for yourself, as well as what you will and won't tolerate from others. Don't worry about your reputation tarnishing because you stand up for yourself. As the famous quote goes, well-behaved women rarely make history. In a world of Instagram filters, be your own Elle Woods, is essentially what I'm getting at. Let's remember, boys and girls, nobody respects a doormat. A doormat is to be stepped on and to be used to wipe your foot. Don't be a doormat. Be an Elle Woods. Be a Sam Baker. Be a Sandra Bullock, a Meryl Streep, or even a Michaela Baines. Don't let anyone step on you or talk down to you as if you were a doormat. Like I said, we're not doormats. You're not a doormat. You're a Woodstock in its prime. You're Madonna, you're Beyonce, or Shakira, or whoever you admire. Self-respect is a vital tool to accomplishing what people call quiet power. Quiet power is an influence and a strength that comes from calmness, self-trust, deep thinking versus aggression. Quiet power is having the ability and self-control to respond to the outside world versus just simply reacting. Keeping your emotions in check means always keeping the ball in your court. I'm going to have a brief intermission here just to quickly say if you're enjoying the podcast so far and you're either new or not new and you want to always keep up with me, please consider sometime throughout the time you're listening to this podcast giving me a thumbs up, maybe hitting the bell if you want to see more of my podcast episodes, or sharing it with a friend. Any of those things help me out so greatly, and I am so appreciative. And if you leave me a comment, I will respond to it as quickly as I can, and I'm always excited to hear from you, the viewer. Now, back to what we were talking about. So we are talking about self-respect and quiet power and recovering as a people pleaser. Do men and women demonstrate quiet power and self-respect differently? For the most part, I think it is pretty much the same. We demonstrate it pretty much the same way because we have the same tools available. However, generally speaking, men are forceful. They push themselves into the position they want in life. And generally speaking, women simply attract it. A man demonstrates quiet power by speaking less than he listens. However, women can utilize that same tool. Never giving away too much information. Men and women, while fundamentally we are different, like I said, we can use the same tools. For example, 90% of what we do is psychology. That's 90% of communication, that's 90% of business, and 90% of sales. So when a person becomes comfortable with silence, they sooner or later become well informed, because a long, awkward silence is something people cannot handle. So the people who cannot handle it will be the people who help you become well informed, because they can't tolerate silence. People who can listen more than they speak tend to not only attract people because they're good listeners and people like to talk, but they also tend to gain more influence and information and leverage, not even trying to. The reason quiet power and self-respect matter so much is because, like I said, 90% of what happens day to day and 90% of social interactions are psychological. The silent cues you give off informs others of your weakness or lack thereof. Life is a big fat football game with a lot less sportsmanship and no referees. Life is a sales pitch. Excuse me. Life is a big football game with less rules and a lot less referees. Life is a big fat sales pitch. It's strategy, it's negotiation, it's knowing the odds aren't in your favor, and yet you try anyway. Life is about audacity, grit, fortitude, and faith. These are all hard-hitting big topics, and all things that are the building blocks to a well-rounded, successful leader. My advice would be practice self-respect until it is as natural to you as breathing. I've told you how it benefits you, but I'll list the ways it benefits you one more time. It gives you inner confidence and strength. It allows you to become well-informed. It helps you demonstrate power and self-control. Demands respect without ever speaking. Ensures the ball stays within your court. Mentally sets you up for success. I would like to encourage all of you to believe that you are capable of cultivating the life you feel most called to live. I would like to help give you tools to succeed and believe in yourself no matter what phase of life you are in or what age you are. If we as communities, as society, as a human race, stop playing blame games and we stop operating under victim mentality, if we can do that, the results we would see could be profound. If you want to see life get better, if you want to see your communities improve and become stronger, the first step is you. Like Michael Jackson's song says, take a long look in the mirror and be the change. We are capable of more than the script we have been sold up to this point. It is up to us to rewrite the script, however. And I fully, completely believe that we got this. We can and we will make it happen. Everyone, all of us. And I can't wait to see it happen for you. Self-respect, quiet power, and the ability to say no. All three of these things, they're the triple three for a recovering people pleaser. Mastering these three things will restore your personal power and your inner self-assurance. Trust me, I'm a recovered oh my god, I can't speak today. I'm a recovered people pleaser. Nobody respects or follows or listens to a doormat. Don't be a doormat. I hope this episode is helping to encourage you in a positive way and is having a helpful effect on you in one way or another. If you have anything else to add to today's discussion, or you have another topic suggestion, go ahead and leave that in the comments below, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. If you are looking for more content from me, I have 12 other episodes of the Brunette Bimbo podcast available and ready as of right now. Not to mention I have plenty more on the way. I have a plethora of vlogs and shorts available on the channel and more content getting pumped out every week. And if you really just can't get enough of me and you really, really want to keep up with me, I have Facebook and Instagram, and those are under the same name as my YouTube channel, Victoria Stone. So you can follow me there. You can follow me here. You can follow me on everything if you want. And if today's episode helped you, had a positive effect on you, made you smile or think about something in some way, if you enjoyed today's topic, if you enjoy what I had to say here, if you agree with any of it, please consider any of the following actions. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up. That's a like. Never mind. Give me a thumbs up. Maybe consider hitting the bell button if you want to hear more episodes. Share it with a friend or even subscribe. All of those things help me tremendously, and I am tremendously grateful to all of the people who have done those things so far and continue to do those things. It always, always, always puts a smile on my face, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to your world. See you later in the next episode of the Brunette Bimbo podcast or in one of my vlogs. Thank you, and peace out.
I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher. I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher. I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher. I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher. I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher. I'm gonna set your place on fire with my lyrics. Like a spirit, I murder with my lyrics. Like a spirit, I murder with my lyrics.